The best stuff I grew up watching was reruns. I Love Lucy, Gilligan's Island, The Brady Bunch, and this show, which I used to watch obsessively in reruns on early MTV.
Here we come, walk down the street, we get funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down.
That opening credit sequence is so ingrained in my audible and visible memory that I can't believe there was ever a time I did not know it. It is foundational to my American culture DNA. Joining us tonight for the interview is a man who was touring as part of the Monkees as recently as last summer. A man who emailed us at this show this week, who got in touch when we all learned the very sad news that the frontman for the Monkees, Davy Jones, had passed away from a heart attack at the age of 66. Our guest tonight for the interview is Peter Tork. And Mr. Tork, I have to say
Mr. Tork.
Does nobody call you that?
That sounds like an old person.
I feel like an old person talking about what I used to watch growing up, but I used to watch you. I was obsessed with the Monkees, and I have to say, I'm so happy to meet you and to have you here.
Same here.
Yeah.
You're a hero to my family.
Really?
And me. Yeah, well, we come from that side of thinking.
The tracks.
The track, yeah, we do. Yeah.
The political tracks. Well, let me, I mean, to hear me explain why I am so impressed to meet you, is it weird to you that kids in the 80s, like me, in part learned what the 60s were like by watching you on MTV?
I hadn't thought of it in those terms. It was, and nothing was ever weird about it. Everything was incremental, you know, well, this is going to happen, and then over there it'll be like, but in the meantime, it's only a step at a time, and, you know, and then the Monkees came, and then they went, we said, and then there was a reunion. Oh, there's going to be a reunion. Oh, okay, step by step, make the reunion thing happen. Oh, and it's going to be on MTV. How lucky that is for the tour. That's going to be great.
So you went into reruns at the same time you guys were getting reruns, which were huge, The
MTV reruns, yeah. At
the same time that you guys were getting back together. Anyway.
That's right. It was just, as far as we know, strictly coincidental. A shot from on high.
The Monkees were sort of formed for television to capitalize on the success of the Beatles. What did you think of the other guys in the band when you got put together with them? You guys weren't an organic band that formed alone.
That's right.
Somebody put you together. What did you think of them?
What did I think of the guys?
Yeah.
Over the long run or first blush?
First blush and then over the long run.
Didn't think a thing one way or the other, except this is strange. I guess you asked about something strange. That was strange. Hi, how are you? You guys are the Monkees. How do you do? How do you do? It's like, okay, that was strange.
And then over the long run?
And then over the long run, well, I have liked and loved and respected each of them in different ratios, and I don't want to go much further than that.
Well, you don't have to answer this. And the reason that we are talking is because Davy Jones has passed away. From what I know about your history, you guys at times used to fight like cats and dogs, and at times were very good friends, and sometimes all of that at the same time. Did you continue to have sort of a tumultuous relationship like that even recently?
The realist answer that I think of is something like we were like, you know, a high school championship basketball team. We were there for a purpose. What happened between us as people was entirely irrelevant, as long as we worked as a team when we were on the floor, to carry that metaphor on. So yeah, there was some stuff. There are tell-all books out there that tell most of it, and so yeah, there was some stuff. But you know, as I said, I have a lot of affection and respect for all of those guys in different ratios, and gosh, it's really one of the things about talking about Davy's passing, when a lot of people called up, said, well, you have a reaction? Well, yeah, I got reactions. It's like, first of all, the British expression gobsmacked. Yeah. When you go, bam, it's like being hit with a wet fish or something. And then I was called upon to talk about the best of the man, and it was really something to be reminded. The day-to-day business of doing the concert, hi, how are you? We always had a quick hug and a little shout-out before each show, and we were able to do whatever we were doing on stage. But yeah, things came and went, but we just ignored that, by and large. We were lucky that way. Old pros, you can just ignore it.
Are you happy when you think about your your national image, that you are, because of reruns, because of the continuing popularity of the band. It happened so long ago. It happened in the 60s, but you are, through the continuing popularity of the Monkees, you're sort of in the time capsule in terms of what the Beatlemania era was like in America. Do you like that?
Yeah, well, I sort of gray, that kind of stuff. You know, I don't have an opinion about it one way or the other. It's like, compared to what? You know, there I was, and part of me goes, very peculiar. Part of me goes, you know, my father taught school, and I taught school, and this is a job.
Yeah.
And part of me goes, my God, what's happening? And it's all over the map, the feelings, the sentiments.
Well, you reaching out to us on the occasion of this news this week about Mr. Jones was really kind, and I'm really happy to meet you. And I paid a lot of attention to you when I was growing up. I'm really happy to meet you.
Thanks. I pay a lot of attention to you.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks a lot. All right, Peter Tork from the Monkees, and from my childhood, and from right now. It's amazing. All right.